Grant, we've got some breaking news. Woj tweeted this: Billy Donovan has agreed to a deal to become the next coach of the Chicago Bulls. Let's start with you, Grant Hill. What say you?
Yeah, no, I mean, first of all, I think obviously, Chicago needed stability. They needed somebody to come in there who, can sort of to right the ship there, provide leadership and direction with the basketball team. And I think the job that Billy did this past year with a team that really wasn't, expected to do much, and obviously getting into the postseason, making the playoffs, and really developing some of those young players. Billy Donovan's been a college coach, and you have a Chicago team that has a really young core. So, it's definitely a good move, and Billy Donovan, I think, certainly fits what the Bulls need at this point in the cycle for where they are.
Jim, you have a lot of experience in this league playing for lots of different coaches. What sorts of things do you think Zach LaVine and his teammates will be looking forward to out of Coach Donovan?
Well, I mean, the first thing, having a young core, it's all about the coach to be able to communicate. I think Grant understands that how you communicate your message, your game plan, the feedback that you receive, I think is very important. I think that's something that this young core was looking for, maybe that they didn't get from Jim Boylan, that Donovan can bring to the table, because he played, he's had all-stars in regards to Russell Westbrook. He's had that with Chris Paul this year. So he can talk about in terms of what you need to do as a young core to get better. The leadership aspect, understanding winning. Grant mentioned this. Not a lot was expected out of OKC this year. Give a lot of credit to Chris Paul, but also give a lot of credit to Billy Donovan, his coaching staff, for developing those young players to be able to make that run second half of the season and get themselves in a position for the playoffs. So a lot of intangible he brings to the table. And again, understanding from a college coaching perspective. He's not that far removed in regards to understanding the college game and the young mentality. That translates into communication to me, which is very important, outside of just having an outstanding handle on X's and O's.
So both of you brought up the fact that they have a young core. Grant, I'm curious, what do you think the expectations are? Zach LaVine, I know specifically, was looking for some more accountability that you mentioned, Jim. He has high expectations. What do you think?
Well, they got a young team and they have a lot of young talent. I think, when you're in the position the Bulls are in, you have to show improvement. You can talk about postseason, you can talk about the playoffs all you want, and certainly, I'm sure the young players want to be there, the organization wants to be there, but you can't skip steps. But Billy Donovan, I think he really excelled this year and excels in an environment where he has a chance to develop and nurture players and develop and nurture young talent. When he first arrived in OKC, they had championship expectations with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. Obviously, all that changed. Now in Chicago, a different point in the cycle. You have a coach now who has the credibility in terms of what he's done, not just this past year, but also throughout his college career. And so, I think improvement. You have to see this team playing better. You have to see them have cohesion, defensively improvement, and starting to win games and just have better effort. I thought last year they were inconsistent, which happens with a young team that's learning how to play the game. Billy Donovan will help this team learn how to be a team and learn how to win basketball games.
All right, I can't wait to see it. They have some basketball coming up. Everyone knows that the teams that were not in the bubble are getting geared up to get their own little mini bubble going on. So we'll continue to watch their development.